Mt Borah, New South Wales. It's where top pilots go to set world records and recreational pilots set their new personal bests. It's the Easter long weekend and we're heading to Manilla to take part in the State of Origin paragliding competition. So what is the Manilla State of Origin? Based at the Manilla Paragliding School at Mt Borah in New South Wales, it's an entry-level competition suitable for beginner and intermediate pilots who want to test and develop their skills in a competitive but friendly environment. Teams consist of 5 pilots, with at least one member being a PG5 and the rest having a minimum of 10 hours of inland thermaling experience. Your wing and your PG rating will impact the points earned, but ultimately the aim is to fly as far as possible. After 3 days, these results are then scored for the best individual teams and the best state overall. After the award ceremony, a bonfire and fireworks set the tone for an epic night of partying until the early hours of the morning. As a relatively shit pilot but with a high IQ, I surrounded myself with a team of more capable pilots to carry the load. Introducing one of this year's hot new contenders, Eagle Bait. Sadly, there were no extra points for being the best looking team, as that was deemed unfair to all the Queenslanders. Fun fact, owner and school instructor Godfrey Wenz set a new world record here back in 1998 with a whopping 335 kilometres, so the possibilities really are endless. As you won't know where you're going to land, having an app where each member of your group can be tracked is essential. The easiest method is to simply create a group on WhatsApp and activate live tracking. However, there are plenty of options out there, so speak to your crew about which one you want to use. Having a retrieval driver organised is also essential, as is a reliable vehicle. At the very least, you're going to need an all-wheel drive vehicle to get to the top of Mt Borah, but as I ended up with a shredded tyre, I do recommend a four-wheel drive. Look after your retrieval drivers, as if you're getting good distance, their day might not end until late into the night. From October to the end of April, with the exception of when the school has students, there is a transport service better known as the Basher, which can pick you up from the east and west bomb outs at the base of Mt Borah, but nothing beyond. Have some $10 notes handy to pay for this service. Be sure to scan the QR codes at HQ to get access to the Basher, as well as local weather, the group chat and the XC Retrieval group, where retrieval drivers can coordinate pickups. There's no point having to send another driver if there's already someone in the area that can help. For more information, be sure to check out the Manilla Paragliding links in the description. For accommodation, there are tent sites for as little as $10 per night and basic but comfy cabins with single bunk beds, a bar fridge and a floor fan for $25 per person. All your amenities are catered for, including hot showers and laundry facilities, drinking water, 2 kitchens with fridges and containers to label what's yours, a barbecue area, a bar in the afternoons, and for some added luxury, a swimming pool overlooking Mt Borah. Alternatively, you can seek accommodation 20 minutes away in the sleepy town of Manilla. A hot tip: get as much height as you can before leaving the hill, and if possible, follow the flock of the more experienced pilots so they can share advice and information as you fly. What a view! Woo! Be prepared to do a lot of the flying solo though, as despite being in a group, you will launch at different times, you may bomb out, and when you're up there in bumpy air, you're not going to be too keen on spending a lot of time on the radio. For light and nil wind launching, try to launch into the thermic cycles nice and early. When landing, make sure you leave yourself plenty of flare authority and keep flying actively until you are on the ground. Give yourself enough room to land safely with extra space to burn in case of those pesky thermal bubbles or rotor. Last but not least, try and keep within a reasonable walking distance of a road. Man, that's hard work, but what an adventure. So what was it really like? Being a coastal pilot, I had the minimum 10 hours of thermal flying experience, so it certainly was more challenging than my average day floating around the coast and chilling with the sea eagles. While I wouldn't recommend it if you're straight out of school, if you're comfortable with your launching, landing and flying in general, it's a fun competition, and getting up to cloud base, linking thermals and seeing how far you can fly is incredibly rewarding and really does feel like a true adventure. It can get crowded at times, so it's up to you to launch and fly within your own comfort levels. The event is organised by the Newcastle Paragliding Club, so if you're keen on participating, make sure you register and get your team together early. That concludes today's episode. If you have any questions, fire away in the comments section, hit that thumbs up for me, and until next time, this is Danger Dave, signing out.